वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. So whenever we talk about our spiritual life, for initial purpose, spirit is mind for initial purpose. When you say I, all of us, our first feeling about our body, I am in the mission, I am a monk, I am a man, or I am a woman, whatever. So it is all about the body. So when we look at the finer side of us, next immediate is the mind. Spiritual life, we many times talk about the reality, the truth, Atman, Brahman, God, etc. But for all practical purpose, initially we should be talking about our mind. Swami Brahmananda ji, who was disciple of Sri Ramakrishna and our first president, to him one boy came to become a monk. So he told him to study well. And he says, you study philosophy, you study psychology, you study history. Psychology is next to philosophy because it deals with something fine. I remember one Swami was a medical student and he left in between. After 2 years of medicine study, he left and joined the mission. So I told, why didn't you complete it? You could be a doctor, you can help people, you can serve people. So he said, when I started studying medicine, first 2 years was mainly the anatomy of the body. That was enough for me to realize that there is nothing in the body to be treated. What I have to treat is my own mind, my own soul. So initially his idea was, I will be a doctor, I will serve the poor people, etc. Then he said, I don't want to keep myself limited to this body. And he really left. So, this is all about I. What you consider yourself is important. Because we are body, because we consider ourselves as body. Note that every time we consider ourselves as a body, most of the waking hours, we are on the level of the body. Unless you are in deep meditation or in deep sleep. This is the only two times when you can be little above your body. Otherwise you are nothing but body. I am sick, I am fat, I am hungry. It's all about the body. I have to take bath, I have to do this. That I is always the body. And all the persons and things which you deal with in this world is all because of this body. It is because of the body, parents, because of the body, friends, because of the body, spouse and children, because of the body. Everything is because of the body only. I want to mention two things about it which is very, very important and interesting for us to know. You have heard the name of Tulsidas, Goswami Tulsidas. He has written Ramayana in colloquial Hindi called Ramcharitmanas. Most of the people, if you are not good student of Tulsidas, He has written many more books. In that, there is a compilation of devotional songs called Vinaya Patrika. Beautiful songs. He had relationship with Lord Rama as I am your servant. But there is so much love. Servant generally doesn't love the master. But here, the attitude of servant with so much love for the master. So in one bhajan he says, you better look after me and see that I don't go astray. I live a good life of a devotee. Because if anything happens to me, people will blame you. Look, Tulsidas' whole life did Rama, 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 and eventually his condition is this. So you better look after me, my spiritual life. This relationship with God. In one of the song he says, that all the relationship, there is a beautiful song, I do not know, not that popular, but once upon a time it was, for devotional songs it was quite, there were 4 brothers singing together called Sharma brothers. Still you can find somewhere. And they had published one album also. In that I heard first time this song. Then of course when I joined the mission, Swami used to sing this bhajan, beautiful bhajan. So in that he says that all the relationship which I have in this world is because of this body. May all these relations get cut. It is rather unhooked from others and get hooked to you. Let me see if I can remember that line. That the song is Janaki Shaki Kripa, if you have heard the song. That relationship is my attitude. Relationship is my nature. We develop relationship with people. Friend or enemy. Motherly or otherwise. Fatherly or otherwise. Brotherly or otherwise. But we have relationship with people. If there is no body, there is no relationship. So he says, let all my relationships come to an end, and all that ropes by whom I was attached to others, all get joined together, get hooked to you. Last 2 lines I remember, first 2 lines I have yet to. Okay. So, that's what Sri Ramakrishna says in his teachings. To realize God or to understand the truth, the intensity of longing, intensity of your love. Sri Ramakrishna gives example that a chaste woman love for her husband, a miserly person's love for money, and mother's love for her child. These 3 are quite strong. When these 3 comes together, that force comes together, that much is enough for you to. It's not easy because we do not know how to turn these loves. So it is our relationship with God Long before, when I was a child, I heard this story. We had a great Swami called Swami Atmanandaji. His Hindi lectures are still there in YouTube somewhere. Audio lectures mainly. Video was not that popular at that time. A devotee is bound by so many bondages. So he prayed to God that make me free. It's a story, so take it in that light. So God comes and says, okay, I am so happy with your devotion, I will come and cut all your bondages. So God came with a scissor to cut his bondages. He said, no, don't cut, open. So I say, you are going to be free from the bondages. Whether I cut the rope or I open the rope is the same for you. I said, no, you open, you don't cut. It's very important. So God said, okay. So God opened all the knots and make him free. Then the devotee said, now bind yourself with me with this rope so that we never get separated. This is interesting. Many times you will find we cannot live without certain things. And Sri Ramakrishna says you replace those things, replace God or replace those things with God. Put God in that place. A lady came and told, I am not able to meditate. And Sri Ramakrishna asked, what do you think of? No, my nephew stays with me. I love him so much. So Sri Ramakrishna, okay, consider your nephew as form of God. And whatever you do for him, you think you are doing for God. This is the key for the householders. Also for the monks in another way. You cannot be free from where you are. In the modern time, even if we are monks, we have another, I call it sometimes the sattvika samsara, in a way. That okay, we are monks, but we have duties to perform. I simply cannot go away whenever I want. I have to plan or I have to tell someone to take responsibility, etc. So in a way you can say that also is a samsara, that also is a world. But there is a difference. There is a small, thin film of detachment that whenever we want, okay, we tell to headquarters, they send another Swami and we are relieved from this world. So idea is this. Whenever we talk of spiritual life, we talk about the mind first. And everything is in mind. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo. Mind is the only reason which is responsible to make you bound or make you free. How the mind is bound? Vishayasakto. Bandhantu or bandhastu Vishayasakto. One who is attached to the sense object is called bound, baddha. And mukta, who is free, whose mind is nirvishayam, whose mind is free from the sense objects. Everything is in the mind. In the mind you are free, in the mind you are bound. It is up to you. It is the same mind by which you are acting, by which you are living in this world. It is the same mind with which you watch a program in TV and your eyes and mind are glued to TV screen because you are interested in that. Let it be a movie, let it be a soccer match, or let it be cricket or whatever. Because you are interested in that. Same mind tries to meditate in 10 minutes, goes to sleep, cannot meditate. You don't have two minds, you have only one mind. You know, there is a beautiful story of Uddhava. Uddhava was a friend of Krishna. And Uddhava was a jnani. Krishna is nothing but personification of that Brahman. Whether Krishna lives or dies, he is eternal. So Uddhava comes to know about the gopis of Vrindavan, that they all cry because Krishna has left them. So Uddhava says they are fools. Krishna is everywhere. Krishna is not only in one place. So Krishna says, go and talk to them, make them understand. So beautiful description is there that Uddhava goes to Vrindavan and found that these gopas and gopis, they are all crying. Krishna viraha, separation from Krishna, they cannot tolerate, so they are crying. So Uddhava went and told, why you are crying? Krishna is everywhere. Close your eyes and meditate. Immediately you can have Krishna with you. So stories are told in a nice way. So one gopi said, wait. What did you say? Uddhava said, no, you meditate. You meditate on Krishna. So how to meditate? Concentrate your mind. Which mind you are talking about? We had only one mind that Krishna has taken away. We don't have even mind to meditate on him. And on that, in this incident, our great poet Surdas was Krishna devotee. He has written a beautiful song, beautiful bhajan, for Uddhava Manana Bhayo Dasbis. O Uddhava, there are not 10-20 minds. Ek hutoso gayo shyamasan. There is only one which has gone with Krishna. Ko avarade ish. Now which mind will think about Krishna? So these are two standpoints, Bhakti standpoints and Jnana standpoint. So idea is this, we have one mind. With the same mind, how many people can have 2, 3, 4, 5 television sets at home? This television is exclusively for religious purpose. This television is for different purpose. No, it is the same TV. Channel you change. In the same way, we have only one mind. With the same mind, you enjoy the world. With another time, with the same mind, you meditate on God. When you cannot meditate on God, you have an issue. Then you say, oh, I cannot meditate on God. So Guru will ask you a question. It is the same mind. Where else you have used? That mind is attached to those objects. So is not able to get attached to me. So think about it and be little free from other objects. Then the question of vairagya comes. No, if I stay, then I cannot. So I have to be free from those objects. Then the renunciation concept came. How to renounce? Then the seclusion came. Then how the monastic life was conceived. That you be completely away, completely separate. So in that way, Sri Ramakrishna says that if monk is meditating, what great about it? He has left everybody and now he meditates. What's special about it? If a householder meditates, maybe it's a consolation kind of thing, could be, I do not know. But he says, but a householder meditates, he has to keep aside so many things. Then only he can give little time. The housewives, traditional, they do puja at home, morning, evening. Before puja, after getting up, plenty of household works are there. In between, snatching some time and doing puja. That is some meaning. My whole life is dedicated to God and I meditate for 1 hour. What's the big deal about it? That's what Sri Ramakrishna says. So, it is only one mind. So, study of mind is very much necessary in spiritual life. How the mind works. You treat the mind like a child. Keep on giving suggestion to your mind. Practical ways you adopt. Your mind is going here and there. You sit for meditation, your mind goes. So tell your mind, okay, you are thinking of shopping mall, we'll go there later. Now you attend the prayer. When we need to tell something to children or something to devotees, the first point which helps us to concentrate is a concept that keep your mind where you are. Now you are in here, so keep your mind also here. If you go to restaurant and eat, keep your mind in eating. Ours is like children. When they are at school, they want to play. Playtime, they say, I have a homework. So it is like this. Mind is the same. Mind is the same. When you are in temple, 10 things you will think about. Oh, tomorrow I have to do this, I have to buy this, I have to get this. One Swami very practically told us in the class, when you sit for meditation, keep a pen and paper beside you. It's a psychological treatment to your mind. Your mind is not able to meditate and is thinking about something. Could be your responsibility, could be something which is, if you forget, then there will be big difficulty. Like if tomorrow you have a flight in the morning, you have to get up at 4 o'clock. So you put alarm so that you don't miss. You wake up and get ready and go. In the same way, if your mind is being disturbed by certain thoughts which are out of this duty or responsibility, okay, tell your mind, okay, you and me will not forget, I will write down here, okay, to buy this one tomorrow for office, this to prepare, make it list, okay. Now be peaceful. Now meditate. Mind is treated like a child. Another mind is treated like a criminal. No, you must do this. There are two ways of dealing with your mind. Keep on giving good suggestions to your mind. What you do to the children is the same. No, don't go that side. Again you will go. No, don't go that side. No, I told you don't go. You keep on telling that. You don't get angry. You can't do anything else than that. But you keep on giving suggestion to your mind, your child. Treat your mind in the same way. Okay, fine. You want to think about something different? We will think later, okay? Now you sit and attend the prayer. Now you don't think about it. Spiritual life is essentially and practical point of view is how you deal with your mind. For example, there was a desire in your mind. In effort to fulfill that desire, you suffered. Your mind again wants to desire for it. So give suggestion and remind. Okay? But then you have to suffer again. If you are ready, go for it. I am taking little freedom here. Read the life of Sri Ramakrishna. When Holy Mother first came to Dakshineshwar, it was 1872-73. That means Holy Mother was 18 to 19 years old. She is already married to Sri Ramakrishna. By that time Mathur Babu had passed away. So Sri Ramakrishna told her, Mathur is not there, who will look after? Naubat was not allocated at that time. Where you will stay? You stay in my room. Holy Mother stayed in Sri Ramakrishna's room. It's not a big room. Most of you have seen it. Sri Ramakrishna is talking to his mind that you are officially, legally, socially married to this girl. She is right beside you. Don't cheat yourself. If you want to enjoy, then don't think about God realization. It will take time. The same mind has to put to the God. Otherwise, have that attitude that Sri Ramakrishna eventually did. Holy Mother is sleeping beside Sri Ramakrishna, and Sri Ramakrishna spent the whole night in Samadhi, totally unaware about his own body. Here is the clue. If he considers himself body, that body has another body. If he considers himself as spirit, then there is a spirit and there is a body. It doesn't match. And Sri Ramakrishna says, my mind started soaring high. He uses one word, very typically Bengali phrase it is, which says, don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Don't think you are highly spiritual and still harboring a desire in your mind. A common man will say, okay, we also will do, so let me satisfy the desire. There is a common man. He was not common, he was uncommon. So he said, no, then let me choose this path. This is difficult. And here, that is the speciality of Sri Ramakrishna. And this topic has come. Sri Ramakrishna himself was asked, you say you don't have any contact with your wife, then why did you get married? Sri Ramakrishna laughed and called, maybe samskaras are there, so I got married. Samskara has two meaning, his own samskara and samskara of the society. Two things could be there. Monks many times discuss this. So a young monk went to a very senior monk and asked, I have a doubt. Senior monk said, what it is? No, Sri Ramakrishna says always, renunciation of lust and greed. When he is perfect in renunciation, why he got married? People don't get married just for sake of marriage. That Swami was a very devoted mind, bhakti, bhakta, heart of a devotee. That Swami sweetly scolded that young monk and told, you fool, you don't understand. If you would have not married, you will be living the life without your mother. And you don't know what is the life without mother. One who doesn't have mother only knows that. So be thankful that you have somebody to call mother, even after renouncing everything. So, ideal is one thing. So, treating the mind, helping the mind, spiritualizing the mind. There is a book of Swami Ashokananda called Spiritualizing Everyday Life. Reading that, I developed a concept, tried to practice also. Is spiritualize what you have, you spiritualize. What you do generally, you eat food. So you offer food to God, that becomes prasad, correct? So you spiritualized your food on that day. That's the difference. Every day you take food at home. The Guru Purnima is coming on Wednesday and you take prasad. It is nothing but food. The same khichdi, same curry, same type of payasam, same type of sweets and fruits available everywhere. Then what is speciality of this food? No, it is prasad. When food is spiritualized, become prasad. Now there are WhatsApp, so many things going on. This becomes this and all that. I don't remember that. So, when food is spiritualized, is prasad. So how to spiritualize my life? That was the tradition because of which a Hindu before eating food prays. Whether you repeat Brahmarpanam mantra, whether you repeat traditional whatever mantra you have, and you give the ahuti part of food they keep outside. Some people put 3, some people put 5. There are reasons for it. But you spiritualize your food. What else you have which you can spiritualize? You spiritualize your time. You spiritualize the space in your house. You spiritualize your body. What? That is what you have. You have a body, you have a house, and you have time. What else? Others also, if you think it is yours, you can spiritualize. Somebody asked Holy Mother, is it necessary that I count and do japa? Holy Mother nicely told, when God has given you fingers, purify the fingers by doing japa on that. With these fingers you have done so many different works. Do something good also with this. That is spiritualizing your fingers. Spiritualizing your body, seeing something good, going to temple, seeing deities, hearing some bhajans or stotras and hymns and all that, chanting something which is good. So you are purifying one by one senses. That how vibhuti came, you put vibhuti here, everywhere. Spiritualizing your body. Put chandanam, sandal paste you put. Let it spiritualize your body. Spiritualizing your clothes. People offer clothes and then wear those clothes. Oh, these clothes. Bengalis have this kind of more sentiments because Durga Puja, etc. Oh, this sari is offered to mother. So this is my birthday, so I will wear that sari on that day. It is spiritualizing your clothes. Two main things are spiritualizing your time and spiritualizing your space around you. At home where you meditate, if you have a shrine, you meditate in the shrine. If you don't have a shrine, you meditate sitting on a particular sofa or chair or something and you do japa or meditation. Slowly your mind says that is the place to do japa. No, change the seat. So your mind is habituated, you know, the other sofa also can be used for meditation. Sitting on the bed also can be used, though many times it is said that bed is used for sleeping. So your body is habituated with sleeping activity. As soon as you sit on the bed, because that is meant for sleeping, you don't do conference on that, you do sleeping on the bed. So bed will attract you to sleep. But that also can be used. Wake up in the morning, before you get down from the bed itself, you can sit down for a while and repeat your mantra. Spiritualizing the place or space. Sorry to use the word. When I was talking this to someone, they said, Swamiji, you say we can take the name of God anywhere. Can I take the name of God in toilet also? I say, maybe that is the best place. How? Why you go to toilet? To throw away the impurities of your body. Pray to God, oh God, as my body impurities are being thrown away, please cleanse my mind also. It is your mind, how you want to interpret. Nothing bad or nothing good. People sit in the temple and think rubbish. You can sit in that bad place and can think of something very great. It is you, it is your mind. Spirituality is not part-time. Either you are spiritual or you are not spiritual. One of them. There is a grey area in between. You are little spiritual, little not spiritual. But there is nothing which cannot become spiritual. Even the worst thing of people's life that have become spiritual, we don't go into it. Then spiritualizing the time. Oh, morning 6 o'clock Mangala Arati, 7 o'clock evening Arati. Why? These are the only 2 times when you can meditate. I remember we were in Belur Math in training. So, before Durga Puja, we have a meeting. All the monks who are in Belur Math, 150, 200 monks, we all sit together for that meeting, where some duty allotment will be done because it's a big celebration and more than 100,000 people will visit. So when is the meeting? Meeting is after prayer. In general, after prayer, it was a meditation time. We go to our meditation shrine and meditate at that time. So our principal Maharaj, one who was in charge of training center, he was president here in Singapore for some time, Swami Jaidevanandaji. So Jaidevanji used to, or anything he will put notice on the notice board. So you put a notice. On so and so date after prayer we have a meeting. But we cannot have a lapse of our meditation. So that day, 4:30 p.m., all the brothers are requested to go to the shrine and meditate. This is a simple notice for this really good purpose. That evening you have a meeting. That was the time for meditation. So you rather meditate a little early. Do your daily something, spiritual practices. So myself and the other brahmachari, he passed away recently. He says, what this man, old man, what he is telling? 4:30, is it a time for meditation? Do you think our mind is like you switch on and it will start meditating? Like this little revolution, rebel mind. So I told, you are elder to me, you are far highly educated than me. At that time itself, 35 years before he was Chicago returned, big architect. So I said, you are far superior in every possible worldly way or spiritual way, I do not know. But one thing I know, we are supposed to meditate all the time. Just because we cannot, that's why we are given prescribed time to meditate. How do you say 4:30 is not a meditation time? In that case, after prayer is not even a meeting time. That you don't reward, that you don't give any statement. So I said, from that day onwards, this thought came in my mind. That tell your mind to meditate in odd hours when you generally do not. You have a different experience in this sense. Trying to meditate in very odd hours, afternoon 2 o'clock, night 3 o'clock. These are odd hours when you generally don't. Then you will find, that time is better. 3 o'clock in the night, the nature is completely quiet. All the trees, plants, insects, animals, birds, everybody is fast asleep. Only you are awake. That gives you a special. Then in the whole world, very few people are there. Night 3 o'clock who meditate, I am one of them. Not egoistically, but you feel good. Not from that point of view, but because of your practice. Then try to meditate for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Do japa. Convincing your mind that any time during 24 hours, you should be able to meditate. We have taken for granted. Who meditates at 12 o'clock in the afternoon? Who told you not to? Who told you not to meditate? If you have seen Belur Math, so we stay in our training center. From there, President Swamiji, President Maharaj's quarter, you have to walk for 5 minutes. So one day the same Swami told, from here to President Swamiji's quarter, every day you go to do pranams to him. Did anybody told you not to repeat your mantra? Nobody told you. You are not repeating because you do not want to repeat. Don't blame anybody for that. Whoever says, I have no time to study, I have no time to meditate, you have enough time. You have time for everything. Why can't you have time for this? So, spiritualizing your time. Sometimes meditate in odd hours in which generally you do not. Then your mind will have a different experience of meditating or doing japa in odd hours. When you read books, you say, something, though that is not the meaning, but apparent meaning is that, Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagarti Sanyami. Bhagavad Gita, there is a sloka. When the whole world sleeps, yogi will keep awake. And because yogi keeps awake in the night, he sleeps in the daytime. He has to take rest. Though that is not the meaning I am telling again. That is not the meaning of Bhagavad Gita, that sloka. But apparent meaning you can take out. Simple meaning you can take out that. When whole world is awake, busy in earning money, you sleep. it is like you have a night duty. Those who have night duty sleep in the daytime. So spiritualizing your time. 24 hours are there. Categorically have a checklist. Let me meditate 1 o'clock in the night. Maybe after sometimes I wake up at 2 o'clock and meditate. Then I wake up sometimes at 3 o'clock and meditate. Then 4 o'clock and meditate. Afternoon, odd hours. I have seen some Swamis. Whenever I went to their room, I saw he is sitting and meditating. He comes to dining hall, he comes to prayer. But whenever he is in the room, he is meditating. So I thought, okay, daytime he is passing his time in meditation. So I purposefully tested him. He used to keep door just shut, not locked from inside. Old Swami. I have gone 12 o'clock in his room in the night, I saw he is meditating. Next day I went 2 o'clock in the night, I saw he is meditating. I have gone in the afternoon after lunch, I saw he is meditating. After breakfast, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I saw he is meditating. And I have to say, Maharaj, lunchtime, please come. Maharaj, breakfast time, please come. And he used to come. When he comes, he is very happy, talking to all of us. So I one day asked, how you can meditate so much? Maharaj, we cannot meditate for 2 hours. You can meditate for whole day. So there is a beautiful English usage of word. He said, there is only little difference, there is only one but. What is that but? You cannot meditate, I cannot but meditate. Anytime, whenever you go, his only mind is there. All these things we hear in the devotional songs and scriptures and all that. We used to sing another song which I sing here. Rama Sumira, Yahi Tero Kaaj hai. Your only duty is to remember God, nothing else. Maya ko sang tyaga, Prabhu ji ki sharan laga, Jagat sukha mana mithya, Jhutho sab saaj hai. Beautiful song. Same Tulsidas. These great poets, I tell you, Tulsidas, Surdas, many more, Mirabai, this side, Tukaram, Namdev, Narsimha Mehta this side, Purandar Das this side, that side, Shankar Dev, Madhav Dev. The whole India, there are local saints, and they have given so much for us. Every song is a knock on your head. Every song is a waking call for you. And this, why we sing devotional songs? It is not a music concert place. Every song has a meaning which keeps you awake and tells you what is needed to be done. I remember, it is before I joined. So at that time, a movie had come on the life of Mirabai. I didn't watch that movie because if you watch movie, then all the famous faces you have to remember. So I didn't watch the movie, but songs were exceptionally good. All the Mirabai's songs were part of that movie. And that was giving me a lot of sustenance, keeping the small lamp of Vairagya which was there, it used to keep me alive. There is a beautiful, Mirabai songs are incomparable. She says in one song, my life, my prana, my heart is with Krishna. Here what you see me is only the body. Inside my heart is already with Krishna. Here is the body lying. This used to give correct. This is how the feeling should be. And you keep on reminding yourself the feeling of devotion of these great poet saints. They have given thousands of devotional songs. They were not philosophers to write commentaries on scriptures. They were highly philosophical. Other day when I went to Gujarat, I was talking. Narasimha Mehta's songs are so much with devotion. But how much Vedanta is there? I can keep on speaking for whole day. So much Vedanta is there, and that is the truth. What you see, the debates and fights about religion, people have no idea what religion is all about. If you want to know what is religion, we have to go to these people. They were ordinary most of them were householders. They had wife, children, all sukha, dukkha, everything is there in their life. In that they used to maintain this high level of spirituality. Amazing. These words are also very shallow, amazing and wonderful. These words are not very shallow for them to use. They were not even in reach of us. We cannot even reach. Even if I become monk 100 times in 100 lives, you cannot be closer to these people. Why? Because the heart was full with God. Otherwise this cannot come. These words will not come. In one song, this Narasimha Mehta writes, when I wake up, I don't see the world. When I sleep, all kind of play I can see. The other way, then the practical side. When we wake up with this world, when we sleep, we don't see this world. But he says, when I wake up, means when I wake up in my consciousness, that there is this world doesn't exist there. And this is the sleep now what we are in, where we are seeing this world. Upanishads, examples and stories, all are put in a simple colloquial words so that a common man can understand. That's why when the Westerners came, especially when British came, and some of them were mesmerized by Indian spiritual culture, and one of them learned the local language, being a British, and was talking to a common illiterate person, cannot read and write, cannot write even the name, but they know, let it be for information purpose only, the ultimate truth. Go to any village, take any 80 years, 85 years old lady, doesn't know anything else than cooking and looking after a small house. If you ask her, she also will say, God is only one, there are no two gods. Every religion is the same, everybody is calling by the same. They don't need to do tapasya, we have to do debate to understand this. They don't need to. So that British, I don't know who, but passed a remark that every Indian is a born philosopher. It is there in your blood. Easily we can accept. We go, we are walking, look at the church also, we feel like doing this. And there is mosque also, no problem. You go to a Jain temple also, no issue. Because we know it is the same God is being worshipped there. This is something special. This universality has to be told by others. Our is a nature. We are nothing to do universal and local and all that. This is what Hinduism or Vedanta is all about. I think we shall take later. Time is up. So when we talk about spiritual life, it is about the mind first. So purification of the mind is required. Mind is like the mirror. Because the mirror is not clean, we cannot see our reflection. So you clean the mirror. Unclean mirror, you see your reflection. Because you cannot see, you keep on washing your face, you can't see. You have to clean the mirror. That mirror is the mind. If mind is clean, you will find the world suddenly has become a good place to live in. When mind is unclean, you see all kind of bad things happening. So, cleansing of the mind, purification of the mind, chitta shuddhi, is the only tapasya to be done. Do it either by doing seva, or by repeating the name of God, or by doing pujas, or eating prasad, or visiting place of pilgrimage, or whichever way you want to do, or do by all the different ways put together, and purifying the mind. Those who are educated, we have our own problems. That our mind, lot of things, information has already gone inside. And those informations are reacting to all the philosophical thoughts. So you have to have logic and all that. Simple-minded people do not have an issue. A small incident when Swami Vivekananda was explaining that he went to Kashmir and saw some temples there. So the temples, he said, must be 1,500 years old. So Swami Adbhutanandaji was sitting there. He says, how could you know it is 1,000 years old? Was it written there? So he says, see, you won't understand it. Because he was totally illiterate. You won't understand it. So this Adbhutanandaji told to Swami Vivekananda, you are so intelligent that you cannot make even an illiterate person understand the truth. Because the truth he has realized. So Swami says one place, he was the greatest miracle of Sri Ramakrishna. An illiterate, unlettered practically, but had realized the truth. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.